And we're about half an hour in. Do you want to take a quick
we
break
can take
now,
a quick break
an early break, so you can set up and we can start doing this stuff, and then
we'll do a post-mortem.
All right.
A few moments later.
It's going to be like a Pink Floyd concert in here, right?
It's going to be flashing.
Yeah.
So I do have to say real quick before we get this show started, my mother and my brother are watching us on the big screen, and she is not happy about this and thinks it's stupid.
Where'd she send that message to?
I know. Huh?
Where'd she send that message?
My email. She probably...
Guys, message the show on Facebook.
She's the same person that said to buy shark repellent when I went surfing in Hawaii. I love you, Ma.
Sure, that works.
I love you. So, all right. So, I guess if anybody's watching the YouTube, you can't see it now because it's on Adam. The camera's on Adam, but it's going to come back to me, and it's going to look like I'm like an overzealous DJ. I have 2 sets of headphones on. I got my one for the radio show, and I got the others. Now, explain. William, you were talking to us about how like deep I'm gonna go and this and that, and how maybe the outside audio and me maybe talking or whatever might kind of disrupt the flow of the whole thing. So it's probably better. I guess it's better for the show for me to kind of have some sort of deprivation.
I would rather have a slightly boring 10 minutes on the YouTube, and then you come back and have had a better experience.
Okay.
So if you're going to be punched out of the show for 10 minutes or whatever, but then when you come back, you'll hopefully have more to say.
I don't think it'll be boring.
No?
He's going to be under, and we'll be talking. And there's going to be plenty of information about what's going on. And you had questions earlier. I'm sure you still have a few.
Yeah.
So it won't be boring.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, for the people listening, I know this is very much a visual podcast, but we do have people that download the show. I'm basically staring at a flat gold face.
You want me to explain what it is?
Yes, yeah, please explain it.
It's 5 10-watt LEDs. In between 2 Tesla plates, which are atomically reconfigured aluminum to catch and direct what Nikola Tesla called the luminiferous ether.
Oh,
so these are Tesla plates.
This has got Tesla science.
These are Tesla plates.
I'm a big fan of Tesla.
This is all housed underneath this gold Fibonacci sequence pyramid. 4455 is the structure of the pyramid, and it's an actual 50 micron thick layer of real gold making that.
Good googly moogly. And what does all that mean?
This is just designed from the ground up by Guy Harriman to be a spiritual healing modality.
Okay.
That it's beautiful. I love this tool.
Oh man, yeah. It's so it's just sitting in front. I thought this was going to be like a bigger, I thought you're going to wheel in some kind of crazy contraption. I was going to have to sit in the couch over there, but I was
hoping we could lay him on the table. And it was like some sort of like crazy Daft Punk helmet. That's what I was hoping for.
All right. So, I mean, okay. So what's next? What now? What do I do?
As soon as you're ready, I'll take a brief. It's going to be less than a total minute to guide you down into meditation. And then
I just want to fill you in on what your mom's saying. I reassured her that William has insurance. And she said, yes, but he, meaning Ryan, only has one brain, and it's not really all there to begin with.
Oh, no. Some endorsement from Mom.
She's just worried about her baby boy.
Yeah. Well,
Ryan's the golden child.
Well,
he's accomplished so much. What is she going to do without him?
Well, here's the thing. She's got Kyle. So if I die, the seed goes on.
As long as she has the backup, really, it's fine.
So she's got a backup, so no big deal.
Perfect.
I'm sure these are the words she wants
Deb,
to hear.
none of us are worried. He does this like every day. He's going to be fine.
All right, so I'm gonna punch out here for I guess I'll just put this down.
Yeah. So and you will let us know what's going on, but we'll just we'll be quiet and let you do your thing for a few minutes.
Is it muted?
I mean, should it be?
Mute the mic.
Yeah.
Okay. Just because it's next to the power supply. It could beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. That's a good idea. Probably shouldn't be muted.
Did they break? Let me see. They're old. Yeah, they're old. There you go.
So I'm putting on my headphones now. I can't help it.
So he's putting on his headphones now. We're getting everything ready. Everyone just be patient. It's going to be fine. Let me know when you're ready for me to pull the overhead lights.
Yeah, I can barely hear him.
Okay, and you
Yeah.
get the volume control. Now make sure it's all the way down.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Close your eyes. Probably want to hit the light. Just find that deep healing breath. See as you inhale that the universe is filled with a pure white healing light. And as you inhale, allow this light to pour in through the top of your head. See it reaching deep for your core and saturating every cell you possess, feeding you and healing you in this process. Watch as this light floods your body. See that it gathers up and soaks in all negative energy that it touches. And with each exhale, allow this healing white light to carry any stress, worry, or concern from your body directly into the ground beneath you, letting the earth take these things from you effortlessly. Inhale the pure white healing light through the top of your head, and exhale it with all impurity out through the ground beneath you. Please take this moment to free your mind of expectation and to set your intention on what you wish to gain during this session. If at any point the light is too bright, you're uncomfortable for any reason, or there is static in the headphones, please just let me know. With conscious intention, I now align myself with this tool in order to direct its healing properties towards you. Please feel free to slowly increase your volume now. He's still alive. Even by now, he's got to be feeling very relaxed. It's instantly relaxing.
So you explained what it is. Do you vary the frequency at all, or is it something that's preset?
So there are several preset sessions in the Ajna Light. The computer's in the back. The Ajna Light comes with the standard starter series that I give everyone is called Schumann, and it's a 10-minute session. That's one of the presets. Like I said, there's a lot of presets. This is, in my opinion, and my personal experience, probably the most psychedelic preset that there is, especially a short one. There's not many. I don't know if there's another 10-minute session. It might be the only 10-minute session. It's really convenient for somebody who wants to try the light, who wants to understand and experience what the light is going to be able to do for them and what it's all about. After you've done 10 minutes of Schumann, this session, you have a very, very solid idea of what this particular device is actually capable of. That being said, there's a mixer. So that's okay. The light itself is capable of entraining brainwaves, which this is the point of this device, is a brainwave entrainment tool. It's capable of entraining brainwaves into subconscious states, which are delta and theta, then regular conscious states, which are alpha and beta, and then superconscious states, which are gamma and lambda. And this is these six states make up the entire frequency, the entire measurable frequency of our brainwave spectrum. And so delta is associated with heavy REM sleep, Theta, extremely deep meditation. Alpha is light meditation. Beta is regular awake consciousness. High beta is stress, fear, excitement, multitasking. Gamma is where savants typically operate. Incredibly, what is that?
See, so a little bit of a tech thing here. It just changed its frequency. So now to my camera, it just looks like a solid light.
Yeah, your camera's not going to be able to have
Yeah.
the speed to
Yeah.
capture that.
Yeah. So average person, it's not as measurable as like a frame rate, but a person sees at a minimum of like 120 frames per second equivalent.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize
But
that.
it all blurs together.
I thought after 60 it looks solid.
Yeah. Well, that's the measurable amount. So
Okay.
like once you start getting down to under 120 frames per second and a camera pans, you can see little jumps.
Okay.
So then at that point, but a light is going to look solid at that kind of speed, but differing images are going to look different. And that's just like camera tech, whatever. That's why like movies are 24 frames per second. But now that we've gone to digital and the fidelity is so high, we've had to up the frame rates because you can see the jumps.
It's choppy.
Yeah. And for instance, we used to have LEDs in here until we started doing video, and it would flash in the video. So it was basically looked like this. So that was not usable, which is why we have fluorescence now.
Okay.
So
I was saying gamma is super conscious. That's where savants typically operate.
Yeah.
Very high cognitive functionality. So I'm an actor. I was able to memorize several massive monologues with this light in what would take me usually 2 or 3 weeks for the kind of material in a couple days by
So
doing gamma sessions.
So how does that process work?
Well, for me, I mean, it was really just playing with my own personal. I write down my lines and then I record myself saying them, and then I would listen to my own lines while doing the gamma session. I did about 4 gamma sessions over 2 days that were a half hour each, and just pounding my lines as hard as I could, and I ended up, like I said, within about 2 or 3 days having them down pat.
Really? That's really interesting.
It was crazy.
That's insane. Do you know how that works, like, scientifically? Like,
I'm not 100% sure anyone does right now.
yeah, like, I was just wondering if that, like, is,
I think it's a relatively new thing to entrain people's brainwaves to a gamma state. But even less frequent is lambda, which is what this light is also capable of. And lambda states are between 100 and 300 cycles per second, associated with lucid dreaming, out-of-body travel. I think they've measured Himalayan monks melting snow off their naked bodies in the mountains are operating in a lambda state. And the lambda wave rides inside the delta wave. So it's to your brain very similar to being in heavy REM, but you're super conscious as opposed to completely unconscious.
That's interesting. One thing I would love to see, and again, I wanted to go into this fresh. I would love to see if you could set something like this up while someone's brain was being monitored.
Oh,
I don't see why you couldn't.
I think that I haven't actually read a lot of the practice that went into making this, but I'm pretty sure we've actually measured the brainwave states in order to kind of figure out and fine tune how these should be programmed. I'm really not, as far as the tech end of that, savvy. It'd be a great question for Guy.
Yeah. So the company that you work for, did they develop this, or is this the product that they're marketing? Or?
So Guy Harriman is a yogi. He's of Lana Yoga. He lives in Thailand, and he's just this very masterful being. He used to work for Steve Jobs designing chip software. And so he was kind of uniquely qualified to hold sacred space in order to receive this kind. He called this a 3-hour download. Those are his words. So I mean, it's spiritual technology. It's the future. He designed it. It's all him. Ajna Light is him, as far as I know. My company my brand is Ashna Light NYC, and that's just because I was the first working Ashna Light in New York.
Yeah.
So why not, My my girlfriend at the time, she bought the light and she suggested the name, so I really couldn't argue with her.
So have you seen? I know you mentioned you were the only one really operating. Have you seen like an upswing in this? Is it like a?
Well, I sold a light. I sold a light in New York. Anybody can buy a light. They're $3,333 for this model, and that's before you get the arm. That's there's certain things I would when I sell it, it's like $3,500. Which is a commitment, but you realize that this is the kind of tool that can take you into a place where you develop a mastery of meditation at a much quicker pace than it would take if you just did it. It's a tool. It's not doing anything you can't do naturally.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I forgot your question.
I don't remember what it was either.
Interesting.
Do you remember what it was?
No, not at all.
Perfect.
I think it was competition. Like if this is becoming like a new thing. If you're seeing a lot of people doing this.
Well, not in New York.
Regardless of how it's working, I can tell he's like listing slightly to one side, like he wasn't before. So he definitely seems like he's fairly under.
That's it.
That's it.
That was 10 minutes?
That was 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Here.
So immediate reactions.
I'll take the headphones.
Yeah. Where's my gotta see this. Whew.
Will it bug you if I turn on the light?
For a second, yeah. Oh wait, just turn it out for the sake of the show.
Most things I want to get your reaction on camera.
Oh God. Well, first things first. I should have like locked this chair so my neck wasn't like I felt like I needed to be back like this, and I should have like positioned myself that way. But at first I was like, it's lights, and then all of a sudden I felt like somebody dumped a bucket of hot gel on the top of my head, and it's like warmth washed over me, and I couldn't feel a fucking thing. Like my limbs, nothing. All I could feel was the back of my neck here. But the lights, what did it look like here? Is it changing colors too?
No.
It's just
a white LED.
Pure white light.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I'm seeing all kinds of crazy colors.
So it started off at like a constant strobing, and then it started to change.
Well, it wasn't
about like halfway through, maybe.
Yeah, not even halfway. Well, I don't know.
have no idea.
I have no idea. Time's gone.
It goes through 8 changes twice.
Yeah, that felt like 3 minutes.
That's probably
Anywhere
about
from
how
3 to
long it took you to get into it.
Yeah, it just all of a sudden, once I felt that warmth, like kind of wash over, I was just like, ooh, okay, what's this about? Yeah, I want to do it again in like a more like I want to be like a little more comfortable. I think that was another thing because my neck is fucking sore.
A lot of people like to lay down.
I couldn't feel it really, but damn, now it's like super tight because I was holding up. But yeah, the colors, it's all like wild colors, geometric patterns, and it's like this weird kaleidoscopic effect around the outside of my vision. And in the center, and it was funny, if I moved my eyes one way or the other, it would change the image completely. So it would, like if I went this way, if I looked this way, everything would go like red and black, and then the other colors would start coming in, but it wasn't as intense if I was like focused straight. But then there were these weird kind of images, almost like an old like flip book or a, like an old movie, just a shitty old movie, and like a flip book and animation going on. But it was little like streams of light, like they all of a sudden started moving a lot more rapidly, and they were creating these weird images that I couldn't quite make out. It looked like a person like laying down, and then just moving in, this way and that way, but yeah, other than that, Jesus, that was like the most relaxed I've ever been. I felt like I was just in a warm bowl of pudding. It was great.
Were you like at all aware of us? Like,
I could hear you, but it didn't matter. Like it almost was just like I was like, let these fuckers yap all they want. I couldn't hear you that well. Like just certain parts I could hear, like just kind of like in the background. But it was just like, oh, these bastards, they have no idea. Shut up. I'm trying to pay attention. Be quiet. But it didn't really take me out of it. I could still, just numb, completely numb from the, neck down or the collarbone down because I could still feel my neck.
So as soon as it stopped, did it instantly end?
As soon as you turned off the light, it was just black, and I was like, I'm awake. Just like I wanted to pop back up. I don't know if it was just my reaction because I knew,
got to get back to the show.
Yeah, the show's on. We're live.
Most people take a couple minutes.
Yeah.
There's still, in my experience, every time I do a session, as soon as the session ends, there's a lot going on. And it's like when you're first waking up, your alarm goes off, but as long as you keep your eyes closed, you're still in dreamland.
Okay.
And if you open your eyes, you'll come right out. You can resist the light the entire time. So
Yeah.
just because it ended, it's like a great reason to all right, snap out of it. I've got work to do.
Yeah.
But if you give into it just the same as you did when you started, at the end, that's the whole point of meditation is to let go, to release,
Right.
to exist without any effort.
Right.
You're not trying to do anything. As a matter of fact, you're trying not to try to do anything. If anything.
Right.
That made sense.
Yeah, it was really fucking interesting. I want to do it again. I want to do it immediately again, just in a better setting. If I could lean back. That's all I really needed.
Is that an actual request? Do you want me to turn the light back on?
I don't know. Was that a lot for you guys or what?
I don't know if I have any more questions.
Smoking strong, smoking long, packing up the bowl in the Pyrex bone. Take another hit until your feelings gone. It's that medical baby, shit from California. Creep up on ya, I'm a charmer. Little bit of game, good marijuana. I'm the type of dude that gonna walk on water when my name called, make it as a hip-hop author. I'm back to talking, back to flaunting. Said them all words and I got to walking. Said I couldn't dribble then I got to crossing. Call me off the bench and I ball like Jordan. Gold is foreign, my frame's Versace. Big face.